Previously on Mastercraft Shop Vac Repair.
Hi, my name's Irrelevant, and today I have to tend to this nuisance shop vac.
Oh, that looks nasty right there, Guy.
Oh, new phone day.
Okay, so the terminal will take solder, that's good. And we typically know the wires will take solder.
So what the fuck makes it, like, suck?
Well, it's a cheap piece of crap. Yeah? That should be good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, my name's Irrelevant. And as you can see, we previously took apart a Mastercraft vacuum to find a certain wiring glitch in it, spade connector. They can vibrate over time and start to short out, and when they short out, they can generate a lot of heat. So it just so happens that I personally own the exact same vacuum that my friend does, and I'm going to take it apart and inspect it to see if it has this same problem developing. Here, you might also get a more detail of how to get it apart, right? Now, I didn't bring the whole vacuum, just the power head. If you can't figure out how to take the vacuum apart this far on your own, well, then maybe you shouldn't proceed. This is how it comes. Now you're gonna see right at the top here, there are 3 screws. And these 3 screws take off the filter basket. When I'm working on projects like this, I like to keep my screws sorted with numbered solo cups, little mini ones, number 3. Now there might be a little tuft of dust as I pull this off, so watch out. Oh, she's on there tight. I did get all 3 screws, right? Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of debris. Oh, there's a seal in there. Okay. We're gonna have trouble getting that seal back into place, maybe. Okay. Oh, I ripped it there. Okay, we should be able to tuck it back. Tuck it back into this section here. Good enough that it'll continue working as intended. So, yeah, when you're taking yours apart, watch for that. This didn't happen with his. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. It might not have broke as much as... Oh, yeah, okay. So it looks like right in here, it just kind of overlaps. So it was one continuous piece that they just... Well, not continuous. It was just they took a strip of it, put it, overlapped it right about there. So that should be fine. Now we have... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws all around here. Those need to come out. And on mine, one of them was a security screw. All right, this one right here. If you can see down in that hole, that's not your normal everyday ordinary screw. I'm not sure what to tell you because you need the special bit to do that. Now you can buy these at some hardware stores. I got mine at Canadian Tire as part of a much larger kit. So I was fortunate in that I was able to acquire one. There we go. Look at that pupperino. It's non-standard. It's a Torx with a little nubbin in the top. Now, if you're having trouble with a security screw of this type, it's pretty deep in there. Sometimes, what you can do is break that nubbin. I've done that before. Or like if you can drill down into the hole and just drill out just kind of the center of that nubbin. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna need the specialty tool to get that apart, unfortunately. As you can see, the top's just gonna pop off like this. Oh, mine is different than my friend's. Look at that. In his, he had the main power wires go to the switch, from the plug to the switch, and then they return to the motor assembly. Here, the main power wires are going directly into the motor assembly, and only the hot wires are getting switched. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's not like how it was before. So, we see the difference here. Even though they're the same make and model, they've had some sort of revision along the way. One screw. Two screw. You know what? Even this shroud assembly looks different. So this is coming as a bit of a surprise. Now the question is, did they improve the design or did they find a way to make it cheaper? I'm seeing a manufacturing date on here, 12 of 16. December 2016. Yeah, I could believe that. I bought this thing after 2016. 2017 maybe. The motor otherwise looks identical. So, we have a brush going to that connector over here. Neutral's going directly onto the motor. And that does feel fairly tight. And then we have another brush there. And we have the hot wire right here. Those electrical connections are different. Huh. Interesting. Press down the release. I'm not seeing any heat signs. His had like these wires soldered to there. These ones, they look like they're staked on. Do I want to risk trying to pull this apart to see how it works? No, not really. I wonder if this electrical issue has been addressed with this redesign. Well, it's going to be a very short video because I'm looking in here and everything looks A-okay. These connectors are still relatively tight. Yeah. Like I could solder them to make sure that they don't start coming apart, but it took, I think Buddy said he had his for like 5 years. Well, no, it's got to be longer than that. I maybe haven't had mine 5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. Because I don't know how to do basic math off the top of my head. Yeah. So, my machine's newer, made at the end of 2016, and it has slightly different electrical in it. My connections do not show any heat scoring. My connections look A-okay. So yeah, I see no reason to tamper with this any further. I'm gonna put it back together and call it good. So, The wire routing is a bit different. Comes in here, goes around these positions. Now we'll put the shroud back on. Appeared to have gone on this way. Very different design. Externally, it looks identical. Well, not very different, but different design. Externally, it looks identical. Internally, it is different. We can only assume that they addressed the issues, that they had this power issue. Because those are different grade of connectors. They were actually locking. So, time will tell. I may inspect it again in another year or two to see if any progress has been made. In the meantime, she got a bit of a cleaning out of the deal. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it. This one even maybe comes apart and goes back together a little bit more straightforward like. The top shroud and switch component looked identical. Oh, grab the security screw already. First one. Whatever. Makes no difference to me what position it goes in. Now mind you, warranty void. But I think I've had it long enough, it's probably not under warranty anymore. The impeller assembly looks a little bit different too. And this thing isn't round. The other one was more rounder. They seem to have changed the design of this guy a little bit. Now remember, when you're taking a vacuum apart, be considerate of what you might have sucked with it. There's certain toxicity or allergens that you might have put through it. And now she's back together. And I don't know what else to tell you. That's 2 vacuums, a sample size of 2, slightly different eras. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Remember his said 5 horsepower? Mine only says 4. Ooh, maybe they cut some corners. That is corporate for you. But it's still an excellent vacuum. I haven't felt it to be underpowered. So, yeah. 2 vacuums. We've seen slightly different designs. One had a flaw in it. This one didn't. His probably was fine at the age that mine is now. It might take a couple more years to develop that flaw. But in the meantime, I don't see that we have a problem here.